Welcome in, everybody. Let's take a look. Very active situation in and around the neighborhood of Nancy Guthrie. I'm pretty sure that you guys have been following this. I have been extensively following this on X all day long. Today we had photos and video of a person of interest, of a suspect, and the FBI is very active in and around the neighborhood at this moment. So come on in, smash that like button when you come in, and let me give you a little bit of an update. So today, the FBI released new images and video from a camera at Nancy Guthrie's home, showing a person that appears to be armed and wearing a mask. The images show an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance, according to the post of FBI Director Kash Patel on his X account. He said, over the last 8 days, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department has been working closely with our private sector partners to continue to recover any images, video footage from Nancy Guthrie's home. Oh, I love ads. That may have been lost, corrupt, or inaccessible due to variations of factors, including removal of recording devices. The video was recovered from the residual data located in the back-end systems, Patel wrote to the Post. Working with our partners, as of this morning, law enforcement has uncovered these previously inaccessible new images showing an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door this morning of her disappearance. The Post continued. Shortly after the images, the video were released. Savannah Guthrie, another pop-up ad, thank you, shares them on her social media accounts. Someone out there will recognize this person, she wrote. We believe she is still out there. Bring her home. So that is the latest that we are at right now. Welcome in, everybody. It is a very strange case. 100%. Just things don't add up. I've been on X today and I'm like, you know what? I bet you that it's like, from what I'm reading, this criminal or a person of interest or suspect is not very smart in the least. But right now, he's kind of outsmarting, obviously, the FBI and local officials. But I was reading some things like, you're going to end up probably finding out this is like a maintenance worker or a lawn, a guy that does lawns in the areas, a pool boy, whatever it is, and just had this stupid thought in his head. That's what I think. I don't think there's signs. This is what I meant by not very smart. There's signs of a lot of laziness here. There's signs of, and this is what I've been reading on experts from X today. There are signs that this is not like a criminal enterprise that has done this. And, I just, in my opinion, kind of looking at what we saw today, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not a criminal enterprise. It's probably some moron that lives in and around this neighborhood that thinks that they can get a leg up by doing something like this, and trying to rake in the said $6 million. So we're here. We're live. I think I have JLR stream going right now. There's a couple other people down there. And I've been kind of looking and watching their streams along with the mainstream media. So let me get some sound here. I'm going to pull this up and we'll see what's going on. I did hear on a scanner that this is obviously a very active situation right now. And let me see. Just watching some other feeds here too. This is the best one so far. Let's see what everybody else is saying. Let's see. I'm finally catching a live. Well, great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Everybody come in, smash the like button. I'm broadcasting across X. I'm on Facebook right now. I'm on YouTube. If you're on Facebook and X, you can join us here at LTL Media. And again, I've been kind of skipping my Epstein coverage. It's not that it's not important. We're going to get back to that. but this has been kind of the gripping the moment as of right now. I mean, we have two major things going on in the world today. You know, the Epstein files, which we'll be getting back on that tomorrow, and obviously the status of the Nancy Guthrie case. So Britt says, I think Annie's husband has something to do with it. It was well planned out. It was well planned out, though. Cannot trace the sender of the ransom. Well, the thing with that is that you could use an untraceable email. You know, they have email systems that you can sign up. You don't have to give any name or number or any identifiable information, and you can be able to get an email box that essentially will disintegrate when you're done with it. It will be, you know, encrypted and then just be wiped from the internet when you're essentially done with it.
All right, we'll wait out here for the.
But FBI is active in the area at the moment.
Come around.
And we'll hang with this for a little while.
The sun is going down soon. Sun goes down 45 minutes. They might be out here through the dark.
They've been very active at this point. I got a couple of feeds I'm watching. Let's go to mainstream media, Fox Now. Let's skip over to there, and I'll go back and forth and share a bunch of tabs as we go through. They're going door to door right now. This is the FBI. I'm going to just go full screen for a second here. I just want to shut the sound off here. We're going to go back to this bigger camera. We'll get some sound. Here we go.
Of this
listen.
investigation. So you can see they're kind of walking down this road, door to door.
Come on in, everybody.
One address to the next, and that might be.
Let us know. What are your feelings on this? Let us know in the chat.
Kind of the pillars.
Let me know.
Not allow vehicles to come through.
What do you think? Inside job.
Tucson area, just outside of there. So they're going to be continuing to move on, but the entire city of Tucson, Arizona, all of southern Arizona, and likely a lot of the United States, gripped by this story, concerned about the well-being of Nancy Guthrie. Let's take you out to this story from
it is in Arizona
on how the community is handling this very dark moment.
Tucson residents and Nancy's neighbors have
you're going to get the summary right now.
This case with unease, their hope devolving into doubt about her safety. But this new update, these new images of a person of interest standing at Nancy's front door, bringing back a sense of optimism that investigators are capable of finding the culprits involved. Noble Priest sits in his car, taking in the new images shared by authorities of an armed suspect in front of Nancy Guthrie's door the morning of February 1st.
And I mean, you see a little mustache and those eyes kind of just stand out. I mean, so just hoping that somebody soon recognizes him and knows the name.
However mysterious, it is a lead. The sight of the man, bone-chilling.
I think it's really scary, you know, that this could happen to someone who has so many good connections in the community.
Has this scared you at all, personally, this case?
No, but I lock my doors more than I did. And I talk to people in other parts of the country, my family, and they all say, are you okay? Are you safe down there?
Residents are stunned by the disappearance, now in its 10th day. Some getting emotional, thinking of what she's going through, wondering what if it happened to their mother.
It seemed to me it was targeted. You would think that somebody that knew who Nancy was.
Definitely targeted.
Savannah's mom. I mean, you know, I think about my mom and the devastation, you know, just horrible. So just hoping that, you know, that they find him quick and find Nancy and get her home to the family.
The hope is tonight that these images are the first of many breaks in this case in the coming days, if not hours, and finally bringing an end to this puzzling nightmare. In Tucson, Ashley Rodriguez, Fox 10 News.
All right, thank you so much for that. Everyone kind of role-playing investigator, piecing together information, looking at those
says
videos,
not good,
almost frame by frame to see if they can gather any information. There's a live picture there in Tucson as they're still going door to door near Annie Guthrie's home, the last site of Nancy Guthrie on that night back in January 31st. We're also getting this image right now, I believe, high atop that area in the Catalina foothills area of Annie Guthrie's
look at
home and Nancy Guthrie's home, as this is day number 10 in that FBI surveillance video alluding to a masked person with a handgun holster caught on camera outside Nancy Guthrie's front door the night she disappeared. He's released by the FBI, showing the first major break in a case that has gripped the nation for the better part of a week. And you can also see what Steve Nielsen was talking about. They have kind of painted this as a rural area, but there's a smattering of homes very close in proximity to one another and plenty of different Arizona plants and cacti around these brush areas. So this is not necessarily very far in the desert. This is just a normal neighborhood if you're familiar with southern Arizona. The person, though, in that video was wearing a backpack, a ski mask, and has been seen in one of the videos tilting his head down and away from the doorbell camera while nearing an archway at the home of the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. The footage shows the person holding a flashlight in their mouth and trying to cover the camera with a gloved hand and part of a plant ripped from Nancy Guthrie's yard. The video is less than a combined minute in length, gave investigators and the public their first glimpse of who was outside Nancy Guthrie's home just outside Tucson, but the images did not show what happened to her or help determine whether the 84-year-old is still alive.
All right, let's go back. Boots on the ground, live. FBI searching door to door. Here we go. And let's turn the sound up here. FBI going door to door. And my chat is frozen again. Of course, right? My chat is super frozen. So I apologize. I see you guys chatting, but I don't know why this has been happening lately. StreamYard, you got to do better here.
The FBI agents now are at Crossroads, an adult care community.
FBI going door to door in the neighborhood. And we have a very active scene opposed to yesterday. You know, we saw the sheriff's department down there camped out. They were camped out all day.
More agents.
I didn't see any active. This is more agents here.
Look at this.
Showing up on scene.
More agents. Sheriff and agents. Maybe just sheriff. No, he has FBI. He has FBI on his hat, and sheriffs. Where are these guys going? Let's go follow them. There's law enforcement everywhere up here. Look, there's a white van here.
Hopefully they're getting something.
All over this neighborhood. We'll follow.
Sorry, my chat is frozen. Let's see. Polly Pocket says, any ideas on the suspect's ethnicity? It doesn't seem clear to me at all. It doesn't to me as well.
Dude,
it's all speculation at this point. But I've seen a lot of white male comparisons out there. If that makes any difference, I don't really think it does. It's, you know, to me, it's just a person that obviously is involved in a very terrible crime. Let's see.
We're at
so much, yes.
Lomitas.
Tons of new information today, Linda. And I'm trying to look at my chat. My chat is frozen, of course. And you can see it. I just popped it up on the screen. It's just deadlocked, frozen.
Where are they going?
And this is what it does.
They're literally going down.
I do need help. Let's see.
This is a few blocks away from Tomaso's home.
Let's see if they'll get into here.
We're going to follow a new crew.
Let's see.
Dude, you're hightailing.
Just trying to keep an eye on Brian Enton's account, too.
All right, looks like they're going in this home.
He said FBI on doors near Annie Guthrie's asking for permission to go in and search properties. So that's basically what we're watching here in real time.
The sheriff's working with the FBI on this. They're together.
And that was part of this as well. It wasn't really reported that they were working at the very beginning.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Come on in, everybody. Smash that like button. Feel free to chat. My chat is frozen. Yes, this is live, Iced Coffee Girl. This is live. Door to door. What do you all think? You think it's an inside job? Do you think it's professionals? If you think it's an inside job, type a 1 in the chat. If you think it is a professional job, type a 2. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I'm hoping my chat at some point will become I think what's my gut feeling? Honestly, I think it's gonna be like the pool boy or a maintenance worker in the neighborhood. It's gonna be someone, to me, around the neighborhood. That's what I feel. It's someone that knows this neighborhood. A lot of people are saying that it's relation to her son. That's my speculation. That's my speculation at this point. I just don't think it's that sophisticated. From what I've seen, I just think it's not as sophisticated. And if this is a hoax, this is horrible. I mean, it would devastate the career of Savannah Guthrie, of course. But to put someone in this position, an 85-year-old woman in this position, I mean, would be a horrible thing.
That might not be seeing stuff here. I don't know.
Penny thinks that it's law enforcement. Interesting.
Oh, wait. There's more. There's more agents there.
I mean, agents are swarming this area right now.
There's 5 agents here at this house.
And I'm watching some
or
other
5 law enforcement combination, but
oh, good. I got my chat back. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's just dumb. Very, very dumb.
Get a good view up here. Oh, wait. Here's more agents. Here we go. Door to door. FBI. They're all over the place. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they're swarming this area right now. Let me see if Brian Enton has any updates. Glad to see everybody here. Come in, smash that like button. Live, boots on the ground right now. And FBI agents are so swarming in and around this area right now.
Hey, Scott, how's our signal? Is it pretty strong? Are you taking hits? Pretty strong.
I mean, what a terrible feeling for this community, too. I mean, to have all these law enforcement officials, converging on their neighborhood. You have the FBI. And I'm sure that probably, at this point, is what we can see is everybody's been very cooperative. And they are helping. They're allowing the agents to come in and ask some questions, look around, maybe asking, did you see anything? Did you hear anything? I mean, that's where we're at right now. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. And again, my chat is frozen again. This is crazy. I'm trying to look here. It is a big ass door. Yeah, and I'm sure she is. I mean, it seems Iced Coffee, she says she's a believe. I wish I could pull these up. My chat's frozen. But I would guess that she is. I mean, it seems like a pretty small, tight-knit community.
What is that truck that says MS on it mean?
Microsoft, MS, didn't they change their name? MSNBC change their name to something?
I don't think they would label it, though. I think it was... They had a health symbol.
Okay, medical.
Let me see if there's any updates here. Anything new?
Did I hear another chopper?
Do you guys see the investigation in Kurt Cobain today? His death has been ruled a murder, a homicide. What is that, after 30 years?
There's a lot of activity going on out here by Andy and Tommaso's home.
Let's see.
Hear a chopper. Sounds like.
Let's see. 2026. 32 years.
Coming in.
And some new information's come in that Kurt Cobain's death has been ruled a homicide. Yeah. And we're seeing ties. I was reading some articles today, some news about Courtney Courtney Love supposedly being trafficked. It's insane. TMZ is reporting activity in a Bitcoin account. Okay. Let's take a look. I just want to make sure we give correct information here. I don't see anything on TMZ. I just want to make sure we're sure before we put that out there, and I appreciate you giving me the information. Okay, let's see. I don't see any confirmed report of that. I don't know about his ex, Courtney Love, being a suspect at this point, but it just said that it's been ruled a homicide, and a lot of people have speculated for a long time. I wish my chat would be unfrozen here, but
We're waiting, folks, for the FBI to come out of this house.
let's see. Let's see. Did you get my message about my membership on the YouTube site? What is up with your membership? I can't handle memberships. It's just you either join or you cancel. I have no control over memberships, so I don't know.
Over here.
Just message me again. Maybe I can answer the question. Let's see.
Anything good?
Right over there. What? Agents. I heard footsteps. Right over there. All right, so I'm sorry. We got 2 key locations, folks. Agents on both sides of the street.
Hang on one second. Oh, my chat got on.
Whew. We're waiting. I'm gonna put my sweatshirt on. It's crazy, Tucson. Isn't it? Okay, they're coming out. FBI's coming out. That's another group of them. I never seen this group. That's a secondary group. Look at this, folks. Holy smokes. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? This is good because I don't have to worry about the sun anymore. Now our enemy is darkness. They're probably going to do this throughout the night, maybe. Here, I got a good view over here.
Okay. I'll check it out later on. I'll check it out.
I think I do.
It wouldn't let me in the chat
Nope.
last night over
Yep.
there and said to
Got one
join,
right
but
here.
just pulled up my membership out of my bank account. I mean, the chat is open. I mean, there's plenty of people in the chat. I can see them. I don't know. You're not blocked. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how all that stuff works. I just know that when you join, you get a 30-day membership, and you can keep that on a rolling platform, and YouTube takes care of all that stuff. And then if you cancel, they give you 30 days, and then your membership runs out. So I don't really have the capability to look into it as far as the financial side. That's YouTube, and you might have to send them an email or reach out to their customer service in some way, and they probably have more power to answer that because I don't have control of that on the platform. All we have here is a join button and an a cancel button for memberships. So I don't know. I wish I had more info for you, but that's kind of where we're at. I'm sorry that happened. And if you are an X, you can tweet at them. I think it's just you can look at YouTube. They have a customer service there, and someone will get back to you. They're pretty good about it. But let's get back to Savannah Guthrie, Nancy Guthrie's, Savannah Guthrie and Nancy Guthrie. Let's see. It says pacemaker info connected to her Apple Watch was removed. Let me see if Brian Enton has any updates. I don't see any updates via TMZ. Lots of agents everywhere right now. Tons of agents. Let's see what Brian Enton has. Let's see. I don't, but I can get it. I had problems with the police scanner app. Look at all the agents. They're everywhere. I always had problems with the app. Tons of agents. Tons of agents in the area. I'm sorry, I'm trying to... Okay, yeah, okay. We have the confirmed report, and thank you so much. TMZ is reporting activity in the Bitcoin account. So that is confirmed. That's confirmed via Brian Enton. Thank you so much for the person that gave that update in the chat. I just like to make sure that before we put things out there, that we are confirming it. You know, we are confirming it.
Video. They have been searching backyards and even the wash in this neighborhood here near the home of Savannah Guthrie's older sister, Annie Guthrie, as the investigation and the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie seems to have intensified with the release of images of an individual seen.
You're welcome, Irish. So there has been, as of reported 10 minutes ago, that there is activity in the Bitcoin account. So I wonder if they're negotiating something here. Have they come to an agreement? But the FBI is swarming in and around this area right now. Hang on one second. Let me get another update here. Let me just check something.
All right, folks. So they went into this home here.
So they right
And
now
this
are in the
reports that
neighborhood
TMZ saying
of.
there's activity in the Bitcoin account.
All right,
That's
let's listen.
circulating. It's coming from TMZ reporting activity in Bitcoin account.
So they're in the neighborhood of her daughter Annie right now. That's where they are. Yep.
Wait for the agents to come out.
Heather says, I heard someone talking about a warrant just now. Interesting. Interesting. Thanks for that update. Let's see if we'll keep an eye on this.
Here they come.
Okay, reporting a minute ago, I'm just going to kill the sound here. There's been activity in a Bitcoin account attached to the from where the ransom letters came. TMZ founder says a Bitcoin account attached to the ransom letter sent to various news outlets has seen activity. TMZ founder Harvey Levin said Tuesday, I can only tell you that we've seen activity in the account, Levin said without elaborating. TMZ is one of the 3 outlets that received the alleged ransom note in connection with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, and says investigators looking to extract even the littlest details from new video. Analyst says the newly released surveillance video from Nancy Guthrie's front door offers a new trove of information to investigators, including some small details that could be picked up to help crack the case. The person is seen in the video bent over, walking across the square floor tiles on the door. These tiles can help the FBI determine the subject's exact shoe size, said Wallace Zenz, a former NYPD hostage negotiator with Homicide. Quote, it says they will take footprints. They will take his footprint, his footsteps, and they'll be able to measure the length and width of the foot compared to the length and the width of the tile because the tiles are all the same. That's pretty ingenious. Very basic, but very ingenious. Next, investigators are likely trying to figure out what devices the person had when they had got home. Casey Jordan, a criminologist, behavioral analyst, said that it appears that there could be a cell phone in the person's pocket as seen in the video. Even if that phone is off, investigators will be able to use video timestamps to see the devices were in the area before or after the time. They can zero in on all of the devices pinging off the cell tower and try to narrow it down to the cell phone numbers that may belong to in that area. If they do belong in the area, and they belong to, then who do they belong to? Do they belong to somebody who might fit this description? Jordan said they can be sure they're working on that right now. And that's from CNN. I mean, that's what I've always said about all of this stuff, you know, and that was the thing that ultimately, you know, ended up nailing Koberger's, like with his phone, like these, you know, you dumbass fucking criminals, every time you walk into an area and you go to, go to do a crime, what is the one thing you take with you? You take your fucking phone, dummy. And most likely, you know, you have your Bluetooth on, you have your Wi-Fi on, and this can be pinged off cell phone towers. And the thing that you have to keep in mind is that if you have your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth on, the Wi-Fi is trying to connect. It's going to ping off available devices in the area. And it's also, if you have your Bluetooth on, it's going to ping off available equipment in the area as well. So it nails you and puts you into that area, dummy. If I was a criminal, I would be leaving my cell phone at home. You find out all the time. They take their cell phones with them. So thank you, Kat. I appreciate you. All right, let's go back to sound
All right,
here.
So they're still at this particular house here. We'll see them coming down here shortly.
Linda says she suspects the son-in-law. Well, my chat again is frozen. YouTube, do better. But let's keep an eye. I'm going to see if Brian Enton has any new updates. Hang on. Let me look on his X account. I want to thank everybody to be here. If you have not smash the like button, please do that. And it's free to do that. And subscribe. It's free to do that as well, too. Let's keep an eye on this. We're out front. Let's go to nothing new here. Again, we're waiting out in front of this house. Brian Enton, nothing new to report at this moment. Let's see. 40 minutes ago, Fox News says Desert Stakeout. Fox News observed FBI agents conducting a 1-foot sweep near Annie Guthrie's home in Tucson, Arizona, canvassing. Nice. Canvassing a low. It's been a long day. A low-lying desert brush area before moving to the edge of a near residential lot. A man at the property briefly spoke with agents and allowed them into his backyard. That was 40 minutes ago. 40 minutes ago. Come on, YouTube, do better. Let's see. I'm gonna look over here. Yeah, in the old days, we had pay phones, right, Annie? You know what I mean? I wish I could see my chat. It's frozen. I can't bring any of it up. All right, we have agents leaving this property now.
Here they come.
Let's keep an eye out.
Agents.
And this is live.
Yeah, we're aware of the activity in the Bitcoin. We'll continue to
Okay,
monitor
so
that.
I'm seeing a report an hour ago. Suspect has 2 shotguns, a revolver, and an AK, according to police traffic. Interesting. And this could be unrelated to this. This could be something that's going on in and around that area that is not related to this. So I'm seeing some report here. Don't know. Let's see. You have agents again swarming this area. Let me look at Brian Enton's reports. I very much trust Brian. But no, last thing is 19 minutes ago on Brian's X account saying TVNZ reported activity is Bitcoin in the Bitcoin account. Good. I got my chat back. This is great. Oh, absolutely, Cleopatra. Thanks for coming in. Let's get this thing moving. If you haven't, let's smash the like button.
It's under construction.
Smash the like button, please. Brian Enton is a great journalist. He's an amazing journalist.
How they perceive it.
Let's just do this. Let's give him a nice break. There you go. Give you a break. See you in 24 hours, bud. I love it. I have the power. I have the power. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, I've been jumping on this the last couple of nights. Just, listen, if people come in and they want to hang out here and watch, what I have to present, I love that. If they want to watch it somewhere else, they can do that as well. You know, we just try to keep up on it. I've been following this pretty regularly throughout the day on X. So
Something, you know, somebody called in.
So going back to what I said a couple of minutes ago, so there's an active manhunt in Pima County. A SWAT team was deployed, and this is an hour ago. And I did see this in a video an hour ago, said that the call was a man with a revolver and AK. Is this connected to Nancy Guthrie? And that's the question. And let's see if we have any updates on that. If it's connected, they could be in a major development, hoping law enforcement moves fast and bringing in safe. And that's an hour ago. And there's also reports the bomb squad was deployed. But I don't know. I mean, if that is true and it is connected, then why would agents be in this area at the moment? Right? Right? Why would, I mean, these agents don't seem like they're in any sense of urgency right now. You know, they're not running from this area. So, you know, we'll keep an eye on this. Nothing new via CNN. My chat is, of course, frozen again. This is the second night in a row my chat in StreamYard has frozen. Do better. Do better, StreamYard. We pay a lot of money for the service. We expect it to work. Hasn't been working. Has not been working. Okay, let's go over to. Okay, we'll keep this up. All right, active agents. Let's see. Excuse me. Wow, look at this. Yeah, the chat is moving on YouTube, but when in my StreamYard studio, it's just frozen. Absolutely frozen. So why? Come on, StreamYard, do better. And I can show you. This is, if you look, I'm popping that chat up on the screen. See how it's just frozen? It's not moving. And this is the look that I have. So it's like, what's going on?
Trying to get in a van.
We got agents leaving the area in a van. Yeah, Audi.
You want to follow? Yeah, I'll drive. I think they're all getting in their vehicle.
Excuse me.
All right. Come on.
FBI is on the move.
We're going to go follow them. Good job.
Hopefully, we will get my chat back here. FBI on the move. FBI on the move. Thank you all for being here, checking in. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Haven't done that already. My name is Brian. This is LTL Media, and we are following this in real time. This is live.
Good job, man.
This is live. Excuse me.
Agents. Go ahead. Just gonna kind of see where they're going. I'm gonna give my legs a rest.
Oh, great. Now I have my chat back. Look at that. Let's see. Yeah, me too, Heather. I mean,
Guy
there's
was
no
telling me
report.
that they're at the church. They're using a church nearby.
As
I think he said
command post.
Yeah, as a command post.
I heard a command post. I didn't hear the location though.
JLR investigates and 857 Tucson. We're out here seeing heavy law enforcement activity. The van that the FBI agents that we just saw turned left here. This will take you to Tommaso and Annie's home around the corner. We'll just stay with it.
Let's go to, let's see.
Well, she came out just in time.
She came out just in time.
And that could be true, Mary. You know, maybe this could be. Maybe it's locking. I just don't see a sense of, here's the thing. If I would think, and this is just my opinion, and I'm gonna just turn this volume down for a second. Here's what I think. This is my opinion. So Mary says perhaps this distract media while an exchange happens with the kidnappers. Media would speak to them. This is what I think about this. I think that if they had a suspect that was locked down in this area, right? You wouldn't have this many FBI swarming. They're kind of, they're conducting interviews. It looks like they're just conducting interviews, double checking information. They're not in a sense of urgency to get somewhere right now. You know what I mean? It's not all hands on deck. They're fluing the area. They're going to some other location to possibly pick up this person of interest. That's what I see here going on right now. That's what I see here going on right now. So let's go back up.
Give my legs a rest.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
I could stand out there. I mean, I just give my legs a rest. I don't know. How long has this stream been up for? 11 hours. So we got about another hour of streaming before we'll have to get off here. We got to get off before the
12-hour cutoff. And then they'll come
12-hour
back.
mark. We've been streaming now for 11 hours. I appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. We navigate what goes on each and every day out here.
I'm gonna go and see.
Where is Nancy Guthrie?
Yes.
We're in the neighborhood of Tommaso and
let's see if we have any other feeds down there. I know
Annie.
Let's see. Ollie is down there. He's not down there anymore. Interesting. Maybe he had to leave today. I don't know. Ollie Vision.
Looking in his shed.
Oh, look at this. Excuse me.
All right, I'm going to get out a minute. My part. Yeah.
I'm going to go full screen. The activity is less than $300 in the account. So maybe they're tapping it. They're testing it. Thanks for that update. Where did you see that update? Was that TMZ? Was it Brian Enton? Where's that report? I don't see the report. Can you give us a source? Pretty Eyes, can you give us a source? TMZ posted it. All right, well, let's take a look. Let's confirm it. Not that I'm saying that I don't, because Pretty Eyes is usually pretty spot on.
All right, go.
Let's see. 13 minutes ago. Okay, I see the report. Okay, I'm just gonna turn the sound down for a second. Let me read this. So from TMZ, of course, all their ads pop up. I get it. They got to pay the bills. Nancy Guthrie, first activity in Bitcoin account. Kidnapper is from Tucson. Law enforcement believes. Wow. We've seen activity for the first time in the Bitcoin account listed in the first ransom note, which was sent to us here at TMZ and also to the 2 TV stations in Tucson. For various reasons, we're not going to reveal the amount, but the activity happened in the last 25 minutes. So there hasn't been a confirmed report of $300, but it says they're not going to comment on how much has been put in the account. So it says potentially big new development in Nancy Guthrie's abduction. Our law enforcement sources say whoever kidnapped her from Arizona also is from the Tucson area. And this is just leading me to believe, and this is my speculation, that this is going to end up being someone that cuts the lawn or is a pool guy or a maintenance guy in and around the area. And again, this is just my opinion. I don't think this is someone that is professional. I don't think it's professional. It might even be someone in the neighborhood. Multiple sources involved in the investigation tell TMZ an operating theory is that the ransom note were written by the kidnapper, and those notes provide clues on where the abductor lives. Very interesting. TMZ is also focused on several days of the alleged kidnapper's choice of media outlets to receive the letters. The first was sent to Tucson TV stations and TMZ. The second letter was only sent only to the one Tucson station. Our law enforcement sources believe the person who wrote the ransom note was very familiar with the local stations, so much that it led them to believe that the Tucson area is the abductor's home. As we reported, the kidnapper promised to return Nancy to Tucson within 12 hours, receiving $6 million ransom, which means they are currently somewhere within the 700-mile radius of Tucson. There are 2 ransom deadlines which have been passed, even though today host Savannah Guthrie tried reaching out to the kidnapper to offer to pay up. Our sources say images of the FBI released Tuesday or the parent kidnapper were just obtained by authority. The FBI wasn't holding on to these images before releasing them. The feds got them immediately and blasted them out to the public. Nancy has been taken by her will on February 1st and she has a pacemaker and needs daily medication. Anyone with information to contact 1-800-CALL-FBI or visit tips.fbi.gov. And there's a $50,000 reward being offered for information leading to the recovery of Nancy Guthrie and or the arrest of the conviction of anyone involved in this disappearance. So that's where we're at right now. Michael saying, thinking that the feds put money in the Bitcoin account to see if it automatically gets transferred into another account, and then they do the follow the money situation. It's a very good theory as well, too. Very, very good theory. I like that theory. Right, because if that hits a Bitcoin account and it hits, and I don't really know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I'm an expert in Bitcoin or how these accounts work. But I would think that the account is super encrypted. But I mean, maybe they have an outlet that if this money hits, and let's just say it is $6 million that goes in, they might have the capability to look at any bank activity if this is pulled out and then pulled into a bank account. You know, maybe they have $6 million, a large amount of money. They could probably put something along, out there along the wire to see if this hits a Bitcoin account and this person's stupid enough to pull it immediately and put into a bank account, they might be able to see that activity on the back chain. Again, I'm only speculating here. I'm not a expert in money transfers and Bitcoin transfers, but maybe that makes some sense to someone. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Do you think that could be correct? Let's go to back
home
now.
20 minutes before you shut off.
Let's see. Brian Enton does confirm, and thank you very much, Pretty Eyes, for putting this out 1 minute ago. K Gun reports less than $300 in Bitcoin account related to Nancy Guthrie's ransom. So it has been confirmed. $300.
Here, there's a car that wants to go behind me.
honestly, Heather, I think that they're trying to make this seem a lot bigger than it really is. I think they're trying to make it seem like they are bigger than they really are. That's what I meant to say. They are trying to put this out that they are bigger than this really are, like to make it seem like they're this super sophisticated, maybe international criminal terrorist. That's what I think. It's posturing. And we're going to come to find out, I think it's going to be someone in and around this local area. That's what leads me to believe. Someone that's familiar with this area, familiar that, you know, in what we heard, that down in this area, the light pollution is almost non-existent. It's pitch black out there. So this is a perfect situation for something like this. You know, you could just roll a car in 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, no lights on, probably not going to be seen. And you know, it gets very, very dark down there. That's what people have reported.
Looks like people are back at Annie and Tommaso's home.
Yeah, I think some of the big.
Oh, these are the
media-
agents. No. Oh, okay.
The big media. Some of them are doing their
Excuse me.
late shots.
So welcome in. Smash that like button if you haven't. Let's see. My chat is frozen again. Thank you very much.
Streaming 11:14. Okay.
Let's see. Michael says U.S. got $1 billion back last year from a Bitcoin misdoings and by tracking it down.
The scene at Nancy.
Some countries, though, do
There's
have
still
laws that
activity and they're
support
going door to
countries
door. I
doing
can set
this.
up a new stream. But what was that? Dude, a coyote.
Yeah,
The
this is
coyote.
the time they come out.
The
right
coyote. Look. There's
Oh,
a
look at the coyote. Don't want to get hit. Don't want to get bit
now.
by
Yeah, they come
them.
out right about dusk.
Let's see,
Yeah.
Heather. I don't know. This is just a strange case. Very strange.
There's
I mean, it's just
coyotes.
been
The
mind-boggling.
crazy thing is, there a body out here? Wouldn't the coyotes get the body?
Yeah, that's
they?
sad to think about that
Eventually they
too.
would, yeah.
It is very sad to think about that. Cam keeps saying
This is
son-in-law.
FBI, folks. Neighborhood is swarmed with FBI agents. Oh, this is their vehicles. I don't know where they're going. They're leaving. Well, these two are.
It is, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, Orc.
Oh,
There was
Finished. He just said
some.
we finished.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, that was been
We can go check
reported.
out
There's
what's going on over at Nancy's
some
house.
back and
Let's
forth
talk
about
to you all.
that.
You want me to keep the stream on?
Yeah, just so we
Yeah.
get, I gotta get it
Gotcha.
switched over to my
Gotcha.
house.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, it's starting to get dark. All right, so now we're at Annie and Tommaso's home. Let me zoom this out. Okay, he's there. That's all right. So now we are at Annie and Tommaso's home. He got out. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. Wasn't it? All right, let me just ground. It looks like everything is wrapped up. Let me just see.
Yeah.
Somewhere down there.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's where we came from. Who are you with?
New York Post.
New York Post.
Yeah. Sorry, we met earlier. What's her name?
JLR. What's your name?
JLR?
JLR. Yeah.
Georgia. Nice to
Georgia.
meet you.
Yeah, you missed it, Georgia. It happened 2 hours ago.
Oh, yeah. No, I knew that. I just thought maybe they were still like around.
No, they just got in their vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I just saw that, but I thought, I don't know. My desk said something like police presence was growing right now.
Well, I think they're still scattered around here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do once it gets dark or whatever.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna use the
That agent said he just.
use the restroom real quick. I'm gonna go full screen for you guys. I'll be right back.
So I think they're wrapping it up.
Let me put in the address for Nancy. It was a 5.
See
You
ya.
take care. I said you missed it. All right, so we're 10 minutes away. All right, so let's just do a quick drive around here, folks. We're going to see what's going on. We'll put this in here. I'm going to see what's happening here. This is Annie and Tommaso's home right here on the right. This is their home. They got their security people there. No one is home. There's just media crawling all over the place here. Still people doing reports and everything. Let's go over here. I'm just going to evaluate the situation, and then we'll head over. I'm going to take 857 back over to Nancy's helm, folks. And we'll see what's popping off over there. And then I might head back this way. K-Gun is reporting less than $300 in the Bitcoin account related to Nancy Guthrie ransom. Somebody put $300.
That must have been just someone.
That's a joke. They're saying $300 in the Bitcoin.
That was somebody playing a joke. Had to be.
TMZ's Harvey Levin says within the last 15 minutes there seems activity in the Bitcoin account that was mentioned. Oh man, somebody's maybe it's a tester. Maybe it's a tester. All right, so yeah, keep in mind, I'm going to just take you to Nancy's home from here, just so you can see the route. There's quite a few different routes, but we'll just go the quickest. One of the quickest, pretty much there's like 2 10-minute routes. And then there's a 12-minute. We're gonna go over there.
Take your next right to stay on West Ternero Street.
So you see the area.
Turn right to stay on West Ternero Street.
I mean, the sun is gone, and it's going to be pitch black out here very, very soon. So Fox has reported that up here at the end of the road, there was some business, and they were inquiring about surveillance footage from 9:30 p.m. Saturday all the way to 11-something the next day. So 31st into the 1st up here. There's also the Circle K up here. Authorities went to there.
Those right to the right. Those are those FBI right.
All right, we are back.
Yep.
Yeah, that is FBI.
And thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all.
Yeah, he had an FBI hat.
Yeah.
Dude, that was FBI. Huh.
All right, let's see if there's any feeds.
Interesting. That was FBI.
It's kind of far away to be interviewing people out here, but
Yeah, I might come back on and restream. I'll see if they're out and about.
At the stop sign, turn left onto historic US 80, North Oracle Road.
Once it gets dark out here, there's nobody out here.
Yeah.
Traffic is less and less.
At the next light, turn right.
It's pretty dark from what I heard. Oh, Brenda, thank you so much. And thank you for being a channel member. I see a lot of members in
The
here
Chevron
tonight.
station authorities also went to. I can confirm that.
At the light, turn right onto.
If you haven't and you want to be a member and support me on a monthly basis, you can. Someone's saying that there's a rescue team. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Brian Ensign reported 50 seconds ago. We might have something here. FBI elite hostage rescue team is in Tucson, sources tell him. So we might be getting to some type of resolution here.
That was a wild, crazy last 3 hours. That was insanity.
We're going to keep an eye on this.
I mean,
Now-
something gets them to think that she's in that neighborhood.
Now we got
Right?
our eyes on this.
Either that or they're just checking the boxes and making sure, you know, hey,
Due
check
diligence.
that, every stone unturned, as they say.
Now we
Yeah,
got
but
our
why
eyes.
around there? And why are they inquiring about all the footage from the night into the morning around the corner from Annie?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing another live feed down there. There's sheriff in the area. We'll stay here with JLR. And I have another live feed that's down there right now. We're gonna keep an eye on that. And I'm kind of getting a little
At the next stop
blanked
sign,
out
turn
here.
right.
Let's see. Thank you all for
showing you the
being
area.
here.
At the stop sign, turn right onto North First Avenue.
Yeah, I love Brian Ent. He's such a well-respected
And
journalist.
folks, I appreciate all the support. I can't read your comments, and I haven't in a while. No disrespect. I you see what we've been doing. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for the food today. The pizza was delicious. And I'm gonna go into these crumbles later too.
Let's
I got
see.
so much food I don't even have to go out to eat. I got pizza, crumbles, snacks.
Go past North Camino Arturo and turn left onto East Via Entrada.
Let's see if Brian
Yeah,
Ent
Trotta.
has any updates. Again, we are live.
Turn left onto East Via Entrada.
Let's see.
Yeah, Entrada. Here's the neighborhood. It's not far. They don't live far.
Yeah. So Brian Enton's reporting, if you're just getting in, you're just coming to an FBI elite hostage rescue team is in Tucson. That's what his
You know
sources
that guy
tell
who's
him.
with us the whole day with the glasses, the bald hair?
Yes.
People are posting.
Yeah, they think did it. Yeah, what's his name?
I didn't even get it. I have it
Yeah,
on
the guy with us. People have been posting thinking he's the guy. That's crazy.
Yeah, everyone's getting looked at.
The stream's getting
He lives around here.
let's see. Got another feed here. We'll keep an eye on them.
Dude, I think they're gonna make progress. I really do.
Yeah, today was a.
I do
think
too.
Tonight
I mean,
they might. I'm on standby. I mean, I'm really
Yeah.
going to.
I have
charge
to
up the
agree.
phones and everything
I think
like
something's
that.
gonna
And
happen.
if there's something popping off, I'm gonna back on. $68,000 were watching. That is, I appreciate that. That's wild.
I think we're going to lose his stream. I think we're a little bit behind, but I can go to another local area here. Yeah, his stream got cooked. I think he's cooked in the area. We'll keep an eye on his stream, but I'm going to pop into another area here. Let's see what this is going on in the area. Let's go wide. I'm going to share my screen. Hang on here, guys. I think JLR is cooked at the moment, but let's stay here. This is live.
It is warm here. I need to move to Arizona because it looks warm, or I might be leaving to go to another country because the way that this president is turning us into terror. You know, for me, what happened to me overseas with what happened to me overseas in the Gambia, I have never felt safer in America. Yeah, I mean, it was bad for me over there, y'all.
I can go this. That was better.
What up, cool Fins Aquatics? Oh wait, she's about to. I don't want to be talking. So no, I'm not the law, but I am a true crime addict, so I am going to be following this. But thank you.
Let's hang here for a minute. Let's hang here for a minute. Let me see if there's any other feeds.
It's not LA. It's not Chicago. It's not even Phoenix. There are no freaks and weirdos wandering around.
All right, let's see. All right, I don't want to hear her talk. Let's give Brian Enton a refresh. Nothing new. So as of right now, if you're just popping in, 52 minutes ago, TMZ reports activity in the Guthrie Bitcoin account. Well, the Bitcoin account. The Bitcoin account that's tethered to this case. And then K-Gun reports less than $300 in Bitcoin account related to Nancy Guthrie's ransom. So maybe they're just FBI's tagging it, checking it. And then let's see, 6 minutes ago, the FBI elite hostage rescue team is in Tucson, sources tell him. So that's where we are right now. That's where we are right now. Let's see. And my stream is, let's see what we got here.
FBI's video images of a suspect at Nancy Guthrie's front. Also today, the Bitcoin account associated with the alleged ransom note received by KG9 was active today. They saw 2 transactions totaling $300 deposited into the account. Then just after 5 o'clock, half of that was withdrawn. This all comes after the first images of a possible suspect was released to the public.
All right, so she's repeating what
excuse me.
So let me just walk away. I don't want to walk. So I walked this way because I didn't want to be in the camera. I want to be on this side. So she said a potential break in the case. So what they did was the Bitcoin account.
Let's listen here.
So the ransom note came to KG9 as well, right? KG9 News. So they were following the Bitcoin account. Yeah, everyone's just. They were following the Bitcoin account. And there were 2 deposits totaling $300, and then at 5 p.m. half of it was taken out. Now, this is why I say people are like, oh, Bitcoin, you can't track it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We hit 100 likes. I appreciate y'all for that. So Bitcoin, they say, oh, you can't track Bitcoin, but once you go to take,
I'm keeping an eye on Surviving the Survivor.
There's a money
Let's see if
trail.
they get Brian Ensign in there.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm watching everybody right now.
They're trying their best to get the money, right? The kidnappers. But when it comes to a kidnapping case, like whether you're doing cash, they're going to give you the money that has what's the name on it? Some dye or something, so they can track the money, right? They're going to do that. Number one. Number two, with Bitcoin, it's technology. So you think the FBI are not ready for this? FBI got the best hackers. I would think that they do. They don't.
Okay, I got JLR.
I mean, they do, but in the end, they end up hiring them because
I'm going to go back to. Let's see. JLR is back. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see what he has to say. I'm keeping an eye on Surviving the Survivor. Again, my chat is frozen. Great, YouTube. It's frozen again. So freaking annoying. I want to interact with you guys. Got to do better. Let's see. Nothing new from Brian Enton at this moment. All right, I'm gonna switch back over to the stream where we're just at.
Put 15 cents or we put 14 cents and we deposit 14 cents and we deposit 16 cents to make sure that that's the accurate account. We don't know. And the police are not telling us anything because our asses will be on here talking. So they're not going to tell us anything.
Let me turn her down a little bit.
Yes,
Nothing
like,
from Brian
they're on
Enton.
TV. They're on TV. So
Let's
dude was
see.
live. So yes, I was able to yeah, it's like you're looking at it live. So there were other people that recorded him. He didn't say anything to me. And then yesterday when he was recording, I mean Monday when he was on the corner.
Let's see.
Monday he was here and there was a white guy had on a media shirt and he was recording as well. But he was on YouTube as well, but he had a media thing. I don't have anything. I live here. So he asked me, do you live here? Yes. As of 10 years ago, I am a Tucsoner. I'm working on my 11th year of living in heaven. So yes, I do live here.
Let's keep an eye on
He was like, this is the best car I ever bought. I'm not buying that car, but I will lease it. I mean, I already looked to see how much it costs to lease. Now, it may be a little bit more expensive when I'm ready to lease it, but I window shop before.
All right, I'm going to just turn that down. Let's see if we have any other updates. I don't see much going on. Let's see if Brian Enton has said anything. Nothing new from Brian Enton. I'm going to check TMZ. Nothing new from TMZ. Let me check my feed here. Thank you for being here, everybody. Smash that like button when you come in. My chat is frozen. It is frozen tonight. Let's see. A lot of Ghost Squad members tonight. Thank you for all being here. And we'll roll with this. I just wish we had like a good feed. Everything is just crapola right now. I see a lot of news media that's staged out front, but I don't see. Excuse me. Long day at work. Let's see. Let's see, everybody. Let's see. Nada. Let's see. What's going on here? Hang on, let me check this stream out. Oh boy. Let's see. Frozen like my toes. Yeah, right. I think I'm getting some of the chat back. Like my Facebook chat works and my X chat works. My YouTube chat frozen. Can't see it. Let's see. JRL will be starting up again soon. Perfect. And again, I'm just trying to find a good feed here. But there's nada. There's nothing. We have this boots on the ground that's out there, but she's just pointing at a some cacti. So let's see if I can find anything else. No. No. Let's see. See if JLR is back up. Nothing yet. We'll wait. All right, I got a couple of people chatting. There's a helicopter that's been flying around for 45 minutes, but yeah. So, and Jamie B says there's a military plane. But yeah, and we heard. Let's see, K. Okay, hang on a second here. K Gun 9 reports, and that's the news station that's down there in the Tucson area, says Org Valley police officials confirm members of a regional SWAT team and bomb squad have been active for a mission with the Pima County Sheriff's Department at this point of contact. That was reported 27 minutes ago. And also, Brian Enton reported over an hour ago now, 17 minutes ago, reported the FBI elite hostage rescue team in Tucson are in the area. Baffling. Everybody keeps saying, I think it's the sister or it's the husband. Yeah, Jane, I'm going to be picking that back up tomorrow night. But thank you for asking. We're going to pick that back up tomorrow night. We're going to get back to Epstein, barring what's happening here in Nancy's case. And I don't want to take away from either case. They're both very, very important as to what's going on in America and around the world right now. But there's been some major breaking information in the Epstein files. And, I've been kind of chomping at the bit to get back to it. But this has been really dominating the conversation. Neither case should take away from either case because they're both equally important, very equally important. But again, we are just kind of hanging there. Let's see if we can get some audio here.
She came and she did the Catholic cross. I said, amen. Yeah, it is.
Don't have.
I wish. I'm just a YouTube influencer that follows true crime. And just understand, like, this is not.
Let's listen.
Who still is a. I was at physical therapy today, and they were like, 84-year-olds are not, they're going to fight, they're going to complain, but who does this? Like, I just hope someone does speak up and say who it is and that the person is held accountable. Somebody's going to talk.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like it's a high technology right now. I mean, I didn't know that they would know.
Let's see if I have anything here.
Talking about that, they say that just with your body, the way how you walk when you move, they can take a picture of that and they can go through and then it's
facial the technology. When I look at TV shows, I see it. I used to watch The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. Yeah. So there's so many things that they can do with technology. And even with Bitcoin, I'm like, you had a better chance of asking for the cash, right? And getting the cash with the marks on it because they're going to be caught. I don't know why anyone would do anything nowadays.
Well, that's what they're saying already.
Again, we're just, we're kind of in tow. We're waiting here.
And it said 300 was deposited and then half
see what
was
Joseph's saying.
But it's like, even if Bitcoin can't be tracked.
They have to, because they said when it's taken out,
you have to.
They know who it is.
Correct, because you have to connect it to something.
So even if they traffic to someplace that we know, he's probably going to be.
It's going to be caught. I don't even know why anyone would do a crime nowadays anyway. With Ring cameras, you're always on. But you all live around here?
We do. We're in the
neighborhood.
You'll be safe. Your Ring cameras, everything is up to date.
Yeah,
you have dogs, you got guns.
Yeah, right.
Good.
Everybody's updating everything.
Good.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
You
We're gonna
too.
head back.
You take care.
Unfortunately,
Thank you.
I work in the morning.
Me too.
Brian
I gotta
Enton's
go.
on Surviving the Survivor right now. Let's go over there. I hope they don't mind. I'm gonna snipe their stream for a second here. Let's see what Brian has to say. God, I'd love to
Joel,
get
like
that interview.
someone asked me yesterday, like, is everybody scared? And yesterday I would have said no. You know, people were out walking their dogs, and I think people just felt like it was so targeted, and you didn't get this vibe like you did almost in Idaho with Koberger, where like the kids were leaving, you know, the campus and everybody was in this just scared state. But today I think the vibe changed with those photos. Like when you see those photos, I mean, it's so terrifying.
It's
I think it
haunting.
kind of hit home for
Yeah.
people, like how awful it was. And also, you know, it was just sort of rumored to be a kidnapping and no one really knew what happened. But when you see those photos, you realize like something really bad happened and there's no doubt about it now. And it kind of feels like that has set that, you know, that feeling has set in with people now just today.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, Brian, by the way, we've got Phil Ramos, retired homicide detective with Las Vegas, who should be a regular on News Nation. That's a different story. You've got Jay Fulton, retired homicide detective, Columbus, and you know Casey. What's the sense there now? Has it changed when you're talking to your sources? Does it seem like this is a real abductor and a quote-unquote real hostage situation now?
Yes, I mean it does feel like that, and you know I don't know if the Harvey Levin was just on News Nation after me, and he's saying that there's been activity in the Bitcoin account, and then I don't know if you've reported this, KOLD, which is one of the local stations that has received the ransom letters, says that $300 has been moved into the Bitcoin account, which I'm told could almost. I mean, I don't want to say too much, especially since like everything's happening right now, but they could kind of be testing the waters,
That's what I was
trying
saying.
to, you know, figure out what's going on basically with this account.
Yep. That's what I felt.
And that was going to be my next question. You know, we covered the Adelson trials and they would quote unquote tickle the wire. Do you think it was an attempt to maybe, if someone's out there holding her hostage, to say, oop, there goes Brian. Hey, Elon, I guess your Starlink isn't that good. He might be getting a call. Let's see if Brian comes back on. But
we'll wait here a minute
Phil
for Brian
Ramos,
and see if he
I'm
comes
keeping an
back.
eye on. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. Phil, while Brian is reestablishing, if he can, and I appreciate just the time you gave us, what about his reporting tonight with all of this going on?
We'll wait a second.
Well,
See if
it
comes back.
sounds, pretty accurate. I got a lot of respect for him. He excellent and straight up as far as a reporter. But I think we're in the middle of such a dynamic situation right now that the very next thing that's going to happen hasn't happened yet. So we're just waiting to see all the culmination of all these events.
Facts.
HRT, SWAT, the interviews over at the sister's house, all of that is going to coalesce, and we're going to see just exactly what's going on, what happened tonight.
Yeah. Casey Jordan, to you, you know, when there's so much going on, sometimes it's, you know, we talked about Occam's razor, but with all this frenzy and frenetic activity, how careful do you have to be that you're not dropping a detail or a nugget that's important that might not be huge right in front of you? You know, that
completely sniped their stream. I wanted to wait and see if Brian Enton was going to come back. Let's see here. We'll go back on the ground. The only creator that's down there, of course, they're now of course they're doing the old spinny wheel. You know, they're spinny wheeling. Jane, great, thanks. Yeah, come on, join us on YouTube. We got a chat over here. If you haven't subscribed, we just the other day passed 50,000 subscribers on the channel. I had an Epstein video that basically went viral. And that right now is sitting, I just, let's see. I think it's well over 200,000 views on it now. Yeah, it's at 213,000 views. So I appreciate you all coming over to the channel and subscribing and coming out, watching my coverage of the Epstein files. I know I've kind of gotten out of that over the last couple of days because this has been very important too. And I don't want to take away from, you know, the Epstein files case because that's very, very important. It's very important, and I don't want to take away from this case because it's very important. So, you know, we'll get back to some coverage on Epstein tomorrow at 7 p.m. I have a show planned, barring what we're watching here in Nancy's case. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye and seeing if Brian Enton's going to come back. I'm going to see if he has any new tweets real quick. Nothing new from Brian. Let's check TMZ. TMZ, nothing new. So we're kind of in that holding pattern again. We're waiting. I don't see. Let's see if JLR is back. JLR is not back. Let's see if we have any other streams going. Let's check the feed. And I thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. Thank you for being here this evening. Let's see. So what are your thoughts at this point? Let me know in the chat. What do you think? What do you think is going on? Do you think they're close to finding a suspect and getting a suspect? Are they testing the waters with dribbling in the account, some money into the Bitcoin account? What is your thoughts on all of this? Is the FBI just not playing all of their cards? Do you think they do know who it is? What could it be? What's your feelings? Again, my chat is frozen. Good job, YouTube. Let's see. Ruthie says, I think it's a family member. I think it's a family member. I just have the feeling that it's someone that's close to this house that knows the activity in and around this house. So that's what I was saying, like someone that did work in the area, a maintenance worker, a service person, that might have come into the area. I just don't have the feeling of professional. I just don't feel that behind this. It's not giving me that feeling. Let's see here. What's going on? It's not giving me the feeling of a professional. Let's see. Mary says, I can't believe TMZ put out that the Venmo, well, the Bitcoin account is active. And it's not only TMZ, there's other news outlets. K-Gun in the area has also said that there was activity in the account. All right, I got a live feed here. Let's go back and we'll just kind of chill and wait. Yeah. Here, we'll go here. We're waiting. Yeah, I believe so too, Melissa. Let's see. All right, let's see here. I'm searching the feeds. See if Brian has anything up yet. Let me check X. Nothing on X. Let's check TMZ. No reporting new on TMZ. All right, let's see this. 45 minutes ago, reported from JTC53 on X. Says the 300 Bitcoin activity in the kidnapper's account in Nancy Guthrie's case was 100% the FBI sending to track and trace. Shit's about to go down, only a matter of time. And that's what JTC53 is putting out there as, I would guess, an opinion. This could be possible. Could shit be going down? Cleopatra says, one retired FBI agent commented to look at an Uber driver since he or she was the last person to see her. She's known for using Uber often, but who knows? Good Yeah, could be. Queen says you can collect Bitcoin from almost anywhere in the world, and that is true. Patricia says, I hope they're close, and I hope that she's alive. I do too. I haven't heard anything like that, Ruthie. I haven't heard anything like that. I haven't heard that. I'm going. Let's see. An hour ago, JTC 53 says, according to Fox News, FBI SWAT teams are heading to southeast of Tucson. SWAT movement is connected to Nancy Guthrie's case. Perhaps they have a suspect. Interesting. I think they're getting close. I think they're getting close. I think they're getting close. My chat is frozen again. Look at this. Frozen. Not even moving. All right, let me check the feeds. Let me check the feeds. Excuse me. I think they're getting close. That's just my opinion. All right, I don't see Brian Enton back on Surviving the Survivor, so we'll just kind of hang here for a second. Let's see. I believe the Bitcoin can be withdrawn immediately as it doesn't have to clear through a bank. But if it's pulled, and let's just say like, whatever. They who knows? Maybe they're throwing that $300 in there to see if this moron is going to pull it out and try to put it into a bank account, because I would probably assume they could see that transfer. So, they could look at in the area of any Tucson, banks, they believe that the suspect is from the Tucson area. So if they pull that, they might be able to see that activity on a wire or through like a type of exchange. And then you can trace that and see where it's going. What bank is it being sent to? And then if you get an account number after tracing that, obviously you can start getting some names, maybe a name of a suspect or names of a suspect. Ooh, excuse me. Again, I'm not an expert in crypto. I'm not an expert in wire transfers. I'm just going off logic here. I'm not perfect when it comes to this stuff. Just thinking logic. Let's see. And we are waiting. We are waiting. Capitol Hill. Fox, Philadelphia. Nothing new. Nothing new. It is all quiet. Let's check Brian Enton. Nothing from Brian Enton. Nothing from TMZ. Let's see if I can refresh my tweet. Let's see. Okay, 32 minutes ago, they have confirmed that regional SWAT team and bomb squad have been active for an operation coordinated through the Pima County Sheriff's Department, as the FBI elite hostage rescue team is now reportedly involved in connection to Nancy Guthrie's case. Well, that's where we're at. I'm trying to read the chat, but everything is frozen here. Come on. You know, it's like, come on, StreamYard. Let's do better here. Jen Kelly, thank you for being a new member. I did see that come through. I appreciate that. If you want to become a member, you can hit the join button down there, and that's only $1.99 a month. Oh, look at this. I got my chat back. It just took someone to get a membership. And Jen, I appreciate it. If you want to become a member, you want to support me, you can. Just click that membership button down there. I have tons of members only content, and I actually owe you guys members some content soon. But we do more, looser streams behind the paywall. Let's see. Nothing new. Oh, I'm sure. Ruthie says, listen, cryptocurrency is hard to find, but I'm sure the FBI can see the movement. Yes, thank you, Jen. Thank you for the support. And you can super chat. I have the super chat button down there. I have Venmo. I have Cash App. You can, if you feel like you want to tip, if you want to do that, please do. Hit that button. Thank you. Heatherlicious, look at this. Member for 21 months. Do you have a studio still? No, I am back in the bedroom. I've been back for quite a while. I just have some other plans in the works right now, financially. And that's why I came back to the house, to my house, back into the corner of the bedroom where it all started, right? So long ago, 2021, right? So I'd like a house someday. That's my goal now. Between now and in the first of next year, that's my goal. That is my goal. All right, Black North, thank you so much. We're watching, just not as talkative as usual, for the $5. Thank you, Black North. I met you the other day on AV's stream. I met you on my editor, AV stream. Let's see. Ruthie says, it's beautiful, though. You have a good setup. Thank you. I want to do something a little bit different, here. I don't like this camera angle, this side angle, and I'm trying to get a straight camera angle again, just right in the face. And I'm thinking about moving some stuff around to achieve that, because I don't like this angle. And you know what? I'm going to tell you. Yeah, and it does save on money, but I'm going to tell you the burning desire to get back out and have a studio again. I mean, have all the equipment to do it. To burning desire to get back out there and get another studio has really been on my mind. And I've been thinking about it, but I really want to buy a house. I have a regular job. I work 40 plus hours a week. My YouTube here is my other full-time job. I absolutely love doing YouTube. I love being here with all of you. I love partaking in all of these conversations. I love seeing the chat names that I've seen since 2021 here, and all the new people that come into my channel, and all the positive comments and positive feedback that I see. And it keeps me going. I love doing this. And I work so hard at it, and I put so much work into it. And I care about the cases that we cover. I care about the subjects that we cover. I care about all of you. And that's what makes me keep coming back. It's a real joy to be able to come on here and hang out with all of you and do these types of streams. It really does. And it makes me work harder. When I see the progress on the channel, we had a whole bunch of brand new subscribers come in just over the last couple of weeks. And then seeing, the impressive video that's now hit 213,000 views. And it just keeps going. And it's a real joy. It is. It's a real joy to be here with all of you, because you have supported me and supported my dream to keep growing this platform. You really have. Yeah, that's my plan. You know, if I end up acquiring a house, I'm going to build my own studio in the house. I want to keep doing this. I love doing it. I love YouTube. And it's not just coming on and doing what we do here on a nightly basis. I love all of the work that's in it. I'm very, very active in my channel, and you can even see that. You can actually ask the guy that does my editing now. His name is AV. I'm going to go back to a feed here. Hang on. We'll put that on in the background so you can see what's going on down there. But um, I love all the aspects of it. I love the research. I love the development of the channel. I do my own thumbnails. I come up with my own concepts. When I'm now creating and writing video scripts, I got an Epstein video that's going to be coming out here pretty soon. I just love the whole creative process in doing this and letting this thing go wild. You know, what can I think of today that an audience might be really that might enjoy and want to see? And I love all of that, and coming up with the channel art and the concepts and how I want LTBL media to be presented to all of you at home. I really take a lot of joy in that. It has been an awesome, almost 5 years now with all of you here online. And it's something that I don't ever want to stop doing. You know, I want to keep doing this forever. It's been a real joy to be here with all of you. Yeah, and he said, I remember when you were doing the TPG videos, and I have some updates coming soon. I'm actually going to be working on a little mini documentary on TBG. So stick around for that. I have the script already written for it. I just got to start recording the parts, and I'm trying to put together about a 20-minute kind of mini docu about that. So that's my my next project that I'll be working on. Let's see, save for a house and do the studio in the basement for extra bedroom. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. That is what I want to do. Stay focused and you'll get that house, Brian. Keep moving. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, and I'll be honest with you, you know, all the money that I've, you know, been able to make off this channel, I've done a lot of great things. I've been able to, you know, support people and their defense funds. If you watched me through the Karen Reed case, we donated a lot of money to Karen to help her through her legal process during those her 2 trials. You know, I've been able to raise billboards in my community, and we just got some news on the Enrique Delgado Garcia case that I was following and reporting on, that 4 officers now have been held responsible for his death and have been charged. And as of today, there was a report that came out that they have been suspended. So there are formal charges of involuntary manslaughter on 4 of the officers that were there. And those officers were supervisors, and they had the job and they had the due diligence to protect Enrique. And and according to the report, they did not. They did not. It was an unsupervised defensive tactics training that was unsupervised, and that's what caused the death of Enrique Delgado Garcia. And I'm so happy, and I've been in communication with the family the whole time through this process. I am so happy that you know, they're on the road to justice in his case. And you know, it was a lot of hard work for them to get there. It was a lot of waiting. It was almost a year of investigating, but I think they got it right from all of the inside information that I know about that case and the sources that I've talked to and the reporting that I've put out there. I think they've got it right. And I'm glad this is in the hands of the law, and we just have to see where this goes now. So let's see. In my chat again is frozen. Yeah. One was on Boston Finest too. Yes. And the thing that's really interesting about that is, and her name was Jen, and I'm forgetting her last name right now, but she is connected to Brian Albert. Brian Albert, Karen Reed case. So that's really interesting. You know, all those parallels that we're finding through all of these cases in Massachusetts that involve the state police. So I plan on doing a follow-up show on that soon. I want to see what happens over the next couple of days with some, some mainstream reporting, and when I can start tapping into my sources again about that case. Maybe we'll do a follow-up stream on that. I did put a couple of I'm actually going to read you guys a statement that I put out the other day. Jennifer Penton was her name. I put a statement out the other day just to clarify a lot of things. And if you don't mind, I'd like to read this to you all while we kind of wait here. But let me talk about Enrique Delgado Garcia really quick. And I put this out. So this was on February 9th. So it was yesterday. Today, the Massachusetts Attorney General Andrew Campbell announced the results of an independent review by special investigator David Meyer in the filing of criminal charges in connection with the 2024 death of Massachusetts State Police recruiter Enrique Delgado Garcia. Campbell and Meyer released findings detailing how the 25-year-old recruit suffered a fatal medical crisis linked to blunt force injuries during an unsupervised boxing defensive tactics training exercise at the State Police Academy in New Braintree. 4 Academy staff members have now been charged, marking a significant development in a long-running investigation and intensified scrutiny of the Academy training and supervision practices. They are now suspended. I can report that as well. I want to take a moment to clarify a few rumors that I'm starting to see circulate about the case out of respect for Enrique's family. One, based on my sourcing and conversations I've had about this case over the past year and a half, recruits are required to be monitored from day one to evaluate certain skill levels and ensure appropriate pairings during any type of training exercises. Recruits are required to be continuously monitored at all times. That is day one when you come into the academy. That is through any medical situations that could be happening at all times through the duration of the program. 2, Delgado Garcia was gravely injured during an unsupervised, unauthorized, and unapproved boxing exercise. I can report that he and his opponent were wearing the appropriate protective gear, including gloves and headgear. They were 2 rounds and 1 minute each. Number 3, contrary to the rumors, his opponent was not larger than him. In fact, the opponent was shorter and smaller in stature, but had a significantly higher skill level advantage. From the start of the match, Delgado Garcia was clearly overmatched. The match could and should have been stopped at any point. Number 4, the supervised boxing training exercise was a routine component of recruit training and remained part of the program until it was suspended following Delgado Garcia's death. Let's see. The core issue in this case, just like Myers concluded in his report, is that the systematic failure of supervision. Supervision. The 4 individuals now facing charges have the authorities and responsibility. They had the authority and responsibility to intervene. Had the intervention occurred, Delgado Garcia would likely still be alive today. This is a major step in the right direction towards getting justice for Delgado Garcia family. I know this case will be discussed publicly again, and I respectfully ask that the decisions be handled with care and compassion, as the family is very present on social media. Please allow them the space and respect they deserve to continue to grieve during this difficult time. I hope this clears a few things up. And then I did see some chatter about one of the alleged, well, one of the, not alleged, he's been charged, one of the supervisors that have been charged. And, people were tracing back and they were saying, oh, this guy has a boxing background. So, he had to have been the one that was paired up with Enrique. I can confirm that no, he was not. And I think that he has a semi-pro or a pro background in boxing. He was not. And he was a supervisor. He was a supervisor. The man that was the opponent of Enrique Garcia was not charged. Didn't find any criminal wrongdoing on that part. So again, I hope that clears up some of the information. I know it will be scrutinized. I know it will be talked about. I know the facts. I know the facts of this case, and I wouldn't put bullshit out there. And I'm going to tell you in the end when this resolves, everything that I've put out there into the ether about this case will be true. And I'm sure there's a lot more to it. I'm sure there's a lot more to it. Okay. I'm not seeing anything here. I'm just seeing this kind of constant live feed. Let's go back to Brian Enton, see if we have any updates there. Again, it was 51 minutes ago since his last report. Let's see what this is. Okay, that's about Capitol Hill. This might be Epstein. Let's see. No, that's immigrant crisis. Let's see. Black North says, if you don't want fluff, people like Brian and others on YouTube are dependable for what's actually happening out there. And that's something that I've tried to, always do here on this platform, is make sure that we put out good, relevant information out there. And believe me, I don't get everything right. Okay. I am not perfect, make tons of mistakes, but we learn from it. And then what I try to do is make sure that I correct myself on it. And I make sure to continue to put out good, relevant information out there. I don't want to put bullshit out there. I have my reputation, and I want to make sure that people can understand to come here and get, correct reporting. But again, I hope that clears up some things about the Delgado Garcia case, and I am extremely happy. I've been in contact with the family throughout this whole process, and they've been, sending me messages of the appreciation. They appreciate everything that I have done. They appreciate my reporting. They appreciate the billboards that we raised, almost a year ago to bring attention to the case. And that was my gift to the family during the holiday. I wanted to do something nice for them. I had the ability to do it because I felt like the mainstream media was not doing anything in our area. The mainstream media was not talking about that case. I wanted eyes on it. Okay. Well, I don't know. I think this is we're in a holding pattern right now. There's not too much going on. I'm not seeing Brian Enton report anything. We just passed 9:00, and I don't know at this point. I don't know. We're in a holding pattern. I don't see any new reports. Again, law enforcement has gone silent. So that's where we're at, folks. That is where we're at. That's where we're at. Yeah, I did put up my own money, and there, listen, and I don't, it doesn't bother me to do that. It didn't bother me to do that. It was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do with my YouTube money, to go out there and try to help this family and get eyes on that case, because it wasn't being talked about. It wasn't being talked about, and I was getting frustrated. This was something that was happened at an academy, at an institution where, you're giving your loved one to an academy to go in to be trained, and then go out and take that training to go out to protect our citizens. And he was killed at that academy. Unsupervised, unauthorized training exercise. That is a major breakdown in communication. It's a major breakdown in policy. And it's a major breakdown in supervision. And that's what happened. So all the other fluff that you're going to hear, and if you want to hear the facts, come here. Because I'm going to tell you, when it all comes out, we see the court documents, it's going to be the truth. Okay. I think that's where we're at. We got everybody out of the area, authorities out of the area. I think I'm going to wrap this one up for tonight. We've been here about 2 hours. I appreciate all you. I do. And, we're going to shut this one down for the evening. But I will be back tomorrow night. Maybe we get back on. I'm planning an Epstein stream tomorrow. just barring what's going to happen in Nancy's case. But I don't want to get off track. You know, I really been pushing Epstein pretty hard here on this channel, and I want to get back to it. I have a lot to talk about, and we'll get caught up on the most recent facts around that case. And we're going to do that tomorrow. I have a stream planned for 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Please come over and watch my stream tomorrow. We're going to get into looking at inside the disturbing temple on Epstein Island, and then we'll get caught up on the most current events in that case as well too. And I need to still keep continuing to go through the data sets. There's a lot of things that we need to go through there as well too. So let's see. I'm trying to read the chat. Christy said, I heard more about the Enrique case from you, Brian, and others than other channels. Well, I was all over that, man. You know, it was a very important case that couldn't have been, just couldn't be dropped and forgot about. But I'm going to wrap this one up. It's, we just hit over the 2-hour mark. I appreciate all of you. Listen, I don't see anything here. Let me just hit X one more time. But I think this is, it's the quiet hours now. But if anything breaks, certainly that I will jump back online and I'll keep my eyes on this. And if anything breaks, in the next couple of hours or overnight and I can get back up online, I will. But thank you all for being here. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't done that. I think we just passed, let's see. Yeah, so we just passed 57,200 on the channel. And we be rolling. We be rolling. I appreciate y'all. And we'll talk soon. All right, everybody. I'm going to head out for the night. Have a good night. If anything breaks, I promise I will come back. Thank you. And tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go back into Epstein, barring what happens here in the Nancy Guthrie case. And I hope and I pray that her and her family are safe and that Nancy returns home. All right, everybody. I'll talk to everybody soon. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for the new memberships. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.